So I just created a multiplication table. Now I'm going to show you how to do some basic formatting in spreadsheets. So the first thing I want to do is create a title. So what I'm going to do is highlight all of these cells by clicking and dragging, and then I'm going to right click and do merge cells. So where is that? Or maybe I can't do here. If you go to format, you can do it here. Just go to merge cells and do merge all, and what it does, it creates one big box, and then the title is going to be multiplication table. Now I want to center everything, so I'm going to highlight everything. I think I can also hit Control A, and that'll do everything. But if you just want to focus on this, I'll do right here. This is horizontal line, so I want it to be centered. So I click that, and that centers everything. Now what I'd like to do is maybe change the font, so I could do that here. So if I clicked on this, I could change the size to like 14 if I wanted to make it a little bit bigger. I don't though. I'm going to make it just like 11 is fine. And I want to make it bold. So I'll highlight it. If you double click, you get a single word. If you triple click, you get the whole thing like that. So that's a shortcut you might want to use. I'm going to make it bold, and I'm going to change the way it looks. So I want to make the background dark blue, and I want to make the text, which is this one, white. It's like a dark navy. I just like the contrast of that. I think it looks good. Now I want to highlight this, which is the second operand, and I want to make this a group. So on borders, you can choose a different type of borders. So this does just the insides. This clears everything. This is just the outsides. This does everything. In this particular case, I want just the outsides. I also want to change the color. So I'm going to go back in here to fill, and I'm going to make it a lighter blue. And I'm also going to make that white and bold. And then down here, I'm going to do the same thing. So this one, I'm going to make another shade of blue and make it bold and white. And I think it's still selected. And then I want to do a group around. You can also change how wide the border is, or the color of the border. And here's where you can change the thickness and the style of it if you want to do dashed or something else. And then I just want to highlight all this and make this also outlined. I just think it makes it look better. Now I want to change the size. This is obviously way big for the data it's containing. It's not, doesn't need to be that big. So what you do is, if you want to change the size of a column, you go over here on where it's a division, and you can grab it and change it like that. If you want to do them all uniformly, you have to select multiple ones, or you could just do a couple if you want to do a couple. But if you want to do them all, you select them all. So you hold down in the middle here where there's no space, and then drag across what you would like to resize. Go into to get this symbol right there, and then drag it down to what you think it should be, and it will all do that. And that is how you do the basics of formatting a table. Other things you might want to do is decimals. So like, let's say I had a number here, and so let's say we wanted to change how many decimals we had. You could do that right here. And let's say it was money, you could change it to money doing that, or a percentage. But you have here's all your number formats you can choose from, and if you want to go back, just choose automatic, and it'll automatically bring you back. You can change your font here if you needed to. Just like, this is basically the same as Google Docs, most of the stuff up here. Yeah, that's the basics that you would need to use. This changes how things are positioned in the cell. So you might want to tinker with that if you have text that overruns a cell. But that's the basics of formatting, and that's basically all you'll need for what I'm going to be showing you.